And now it's Miguel Amaya. Hart ready to work. Ninth inning, slim lead, lights out time, Singy.
You've got one job, 3 outs, no drama.
What's up, Rocky? How you doing, buddy? Trying to make an impact here against my Cubbies. Umpire pinching me there, but I don't think it was a strike.
So the tying run at second and fouled off.
Yeah, man, things have been up and down, man. Just trying to stay positive, Rock. I'm glad to hear you're doing good, brother.
Rip, but it curls foul.
That was dangerous. Might have to hit him with a changeup here.
Man at second. Got him.
Got him. Nice. That was clutch.
Will hit next.
You got the number 9 hole hitter right here, looking to do whatever he can to get on base, turn this lineup over, so the best hitters in this lineup have a chance to tie up the ball game. Or maybe
that's the truth, Rock. That's what I always do, brother.
These are the situations closers they seem to live for. When you get into some hot water, a jam, tough spot, whatever you want to call it. But this
oh, that was a nasty pitch.
Swings and misses. 0-2.
Gosh, a little late on that breaking ball. I don't think he recognized it out of the hand. Just a little tardy. Gonna have to regroup here.
Knocks that one away.
And I gotta throw that a little higher.
Cut. Tough pitch at 98, but a really good pass at the ball.
The Cards trying to close out a 1-run lead. And the home team trying to.
Got him. Nice. Back-to-back Ks.
Cubbies with only 1 out left. Up to hit. Trying to deliver as the hero. Just missed. The Cubs with the tying run at second, winning run at the plate, and we're in the last half of the 10th.
Oh no! Catch it! Catch it! No! All right, got out of that one.
Cardinals even this series up at a game apiece. Hard pitched a clean inning for the save.
Managers dream of having a reliever who pitched like he did in this one, Boog. Came out of the pen ready to go, and he really locked down this lineup to help secure that W.
All right, another save opportunity, guys. Again, we have only pitched, I want to say maybe 6 games in the Major League so far, maybe 5.
Back here in St. Louis, we go to the 9th. Andrew Vaughn digs in now. And that's outside.
Ball, that's outside.
Four-seam fastball. High outside.
Close, but called the ball.
Come on, we're going to look at that one.
Not happy that was called the ball, and here's a challenge. It just shaved the zone. Still 2 challenges left for them.
Four-seam fastball. Low inside.
1-1 now. Right side.
There you go. Nice ground out to start it out.
And gone in the ninth.
If you want to be a great defense, you have to deliver consistently. It doesn't matter how many highlight reel plays you make if you can't execute the small stuff, just like we saw.
Next for Milwaukee, Garrett Mitchell. Trying to bunt his way on. And a foul ball. The Cards trying to close out a 3-run lead here at the top of the ninth. Nope.
Now, come on. That's another one we're looking at.
Third-round pick back in 2025. Not far out of this.
Oh, that was close.
A ball. One challenge remaining for them now.
Four-seam fastball. High inside.
The 1-1. Ball.
Changeup. Low middle.
One down, base is empty here in the ninth. That missed by a lot, and it's 3-2.
Four-seam fastball. Middle inside.
High fly ball. Right
Oh,
field.
God.
This could go the distance.
Good fresh out.
And they close the gap. It's 4-2.
That gives them hope they can pull off this comeback. They just need a few more swings like that, and they're back in business. Looks like this guy was looking out over the plate, but he was ready to turn on the inside fastball. So direct to the pitch, absolutely blasted out of this ballpark.
One down. And the batter now, Joey Ortiz. 0 for 3 in this one. Spots the plate, and it's 0-1.
Four-seam fastball. Low outside.
Up the middle. Fires to first on the run. Nicely done for the out.
Couple of pitches and a quick out.
So they're down to their final out. Now it's the right fielder, Blake Perkins. Nope, ball.
Four-seam fastball. High inside.
And a big swing and a miss.
Well, so many hard-throwing relievers in the game these days. You would think that hitters have made the adjustment, but I don't know if you ever get used to it. Just pumping gas out of the bullpen. So hard to play catch-up.
Not in time. That's a bunt single. Well, Singy, that was really nice looking. Able to get it down and in a good spot.
And he makes it look easy. Bat angle was perfect. Barrel stayed above the hands. Could almost walk to first.
Curveball. Low middle.
They're down to their final strike. Down low, it kicks away. In there safely. And now a man into scoring position.
As a closer, he's out there in that role for a reason, but even they lose the handle on one here and there.
Got it.
There you go. Shut the door.
Hard. Got the save, though it was a bit bumpy at times.
Couple of shaky moments, Boog, but he did enough to keep things steady and help lift him to the win. Nice job.
comes Christian Yelich. Hart ready to go. Ninth inning, and the ball is in the closer's hands. This is why they get the big entrance music.
Well, pressure's on, but that's the job. You come in, lock it down, and head home with a W.
Four-seam fastball.
Close, but called a ball. Ball one. Hart wants to challenge that one. Thought it was a strike, and that just scraped the zone. The call is overturned. They'll keep both their challenges. Looking to get the tying run on base. There's a swing and a miss.
So now it's all about protect mode. Try to shorten up, try to track the ball, block it if you have to, as far as just a late swing that maybe you're not sure about, but some way, somehow climb back into this at bat through the count.
The 1-2. And downstairs.
Four-seam fastball. High inside.
Just misses the mark outside the zone. Hart thought that was a strike, and here's the challenge. So the call stands. So they'll lose their first challenge.
Four-seam fastball. High inside.
Swing and a ball hit out towards left center field. Nice grab on the run. One away.
They trust him in center field because he's capable of making plays on the run, and we saw it right there. That's a player you want patrolling center field. Someone who can attack the ball off the bat.
Four-seam fastball. High inside.
Choria, batting with one down, takes a strike.
Now, this is just par for the course these days. Huge fastballs coming out of the bullpen.
And he hits a ground ball right side. Slings to first in time.
That play won't be trending on social media later on, but it's still important to execute it to perfection. This game is a lot harder than it looks, partner.
So it's their last chance in this one. And next will be the cleanup hitter, William Contreras. Ground ball, and this should do it. Throw to first, ball game. And the Cardinals take the finale and earn a split of this 4-game series. Hart didn't allow any runs and got the save.
No, this guy came out of the bullpen and went right to work, Boo. You could see the focus and concentration while he was pitching. He did his part to help them get the W.
Mike Yastrzemski up here. Hart out there now. It's closer time. 3 outstanding between this team and a win.
Yeah, adrenaline pumping, Boo. Every save opportunity brings its own set of nerves, but this is why he gets paid the big dollars. strike one.
Curveball. Low inside.
Swing and a miss. And it's 0-2.
Gosh, a little late on that breaking ball. I don't think he recognized it out of the hand. Just a little tardy. They have to regroup here.
Battling here as he fouls it away.
Sweeper. Middle inside.
Looking to get the tying run on base. Went with the sweeper, but it misses.
Curveball. Low middle.
That one almost got him.
Four-seam fastball. High inside.
That's a really good take.
Dominic Smith on deck for Atlanta.
Four-seam fastball. High middle.
3-2 now. Line drive. That's a hit. And that puts the tying run on base.
No, that at bat had a lot riding on it. Certainly a pivotal swing of the bat in this ball game. High fastball, even a little above the zone, but such a good job of staying tall on the backside, getting that barrel there to meet it just in time. I'll tell you what, it's not easy to do.
Dom Smith stands in. Hart trying to find his groove again. Leadoff hitter aboard, and the alarm bells are quietly ringing.
Well, let's see how he answers, Boog. It's these moments that define a start. He's got to keep his composure right here.
Just missed.
Ball one.
If you're a base runner, you've got to stay dialed in here. Look for anything in the dirt. Try your best to get into scoring position.
Fastball. Low outside.
That's in there. And the count even at 1.
Low inside.
Comes up empty. That's strike 2. The Braves with the go-ahead run at the plate here at the top of the 9th. In the air, right field. One away. So now pinch hitter for Atlanta, Ronald Acuna Jr. He represents the go-ahead run.
Four-seam fastball. Low outside.
And there's a strike.
Curveball. Middle outside.
That cuts the corner. In the dirt, and the runner holds.
For so many guys want to hit. And so when you're not given pitches to hit, most guys can get anxious and try to create something that's not there.
The Braves down to their last out. Now in for the Braves, Michael Harris II.
Ball. That pitch is out.
Typically, the outfield defense will play a little bit deeper just to keep the ball in front, make sure that runner on first doesn't come all the way around to score and tie this ball game up.
Nope, that's off the plate. Ball 2.
One-run game here in the top of the 9th.
Changeup. Middle outside.
They're down to their final strike. Harris wants to challenge this, thought it was a ball. So the call will stand. That knocks them down to 1 challenge left.
Changeup. Low middle.
2-2 now. Ground ball right side. And that chance handled. Throw to first. Ball game. And the Cardinals even this series up at a game apiece. Hard pitched a clean inning for the save.
Good work out of the bullpen in the win, Boog. Really handled his business against this lineup. You'll take that kind of performance just about every time.
Number 34, Wild Bay.
Back here at Chase Field, bottom 9, and they've got a chance at a walk-off in this tie game. Ketel Marte stands in now for the Diamondbacks. Curveball drops in for a strike.
Four-seam fastball, high inside.
And that gets the inside corner for a strike.
Four-seam fastball, low middle.
That one misses. Ball 1.
Four-seam fastball, low outside.
Fastball is outside.
That's a really good take.
Four-seam fastball, high middle.
Swing and a miss, struck him out.
With that kind of velocity, an elevated fastball, even if it's still in the strike zone, can be tough for hitters to get on top of.
Now it's going to be Geraldo Perdomo. 0 for 3 in this one. Check swing, no appeal. Ball 1.
Four-seam fastball, high outside.
4-4 in the 9th. Sliced hard, but fouled down the left side.
Curveball, low inside.
The 1-1. Yeah, that's fouled off.
Four-seam fastball, high middle.
Tied at 4. In the air to left center. Nootbaar on the move to the gap. He's got it. That's out number 2.
Up next for the Diamondbacks, the right fielder, number 7, Corbin.
This is Corbin Carroll. He's one of the faster guys just by pure sprint speed in the majors.
Inside.
Ball.
Four-seam
2 down,
fastball.
nobody on. Here in the last half of inning number 9. And that is out of play.
Curveball, low inside.
Next offer in there for a strike. That's strike 2.
Low middle.
Well, he might have to look for a different put-away pitch right here, too. He's already seen the curveball a couple of times in this at-bat, so might have it timed up and ready for it.
Got him swinging for the strikeout. That's the 3rd out, and we're headed to extras. Diamondbacks down quickly. This game's all tied at 4. Back here in the desert, on to the bottom of the 10th. Salvador Perez stands in now for the Diamondbacks.
Oh, how he'd love to walk it off right here.
And that's through there for a strike. 0-1.
Oh, and an 0-0 count. Not every strike is a good strike for a hitter.
Ball,
I like the plate discipline there.
Curveball, low middle.
Man at second. Runner takes off for 3rd. Ripped on the ground to second. The winning run moves up to 3rd, so they'll be happy with that. So it's effectively a sacrifice bunt. The ground out to the right side moves the runner from 2nd to 3rd.
Yeah, I didn't necessarily intend to sacrifice it out like that, but still good situational hitting. They need to find a way to bring him in.
Smith in the box now. Takes strike one.
Definitely a strikeout situation right here. Lots of ways for that go-ahead run to score if the ball's put in play.
Close, but called a ball. And the count even 1-1. And a challenge from the mound in a big spot. They'll overturn the call and rule it a strike. So they still have both challenges. Tied at 4. Ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. The winning run crosses the plate, and the Diamondbacks walk it off in extra innings. Close one here today, and your final 5-4. A one-run extra inning win for Chris Singleton and our entire crew. I'm John Shambi saying so long.
Number 34, Wild Bay.
Last chance for the home team. So in now for the Angels, Mike Trout.
Four-seam fastball. High outside.
Well, they've kept him pretty quiet in this series. Still doesn't have a knock. I know you want to get that first knock out of the way. Maybe more will come. But you got to give some credit to the pitching staff. They've had a great plan against him.
Just caught the zone by a whisker, and the call is overturned. They'll keep both their challenges.
Four-seam fastball. High outside.
That's a really good job of laying off the 0-2 high fastball. Is going to make that pitcher really have to respect this hitter, even though he's behind in the count.
Ball 2.
Four-seam fastball. High inside.
That's off the mark, and it's 3-2.
Just missed with that good fastball inside, but it plants a seed in the hitter's mind. He's got to be ready for that pitch, which will open up the outside part of the plate.
Hammered on a line to the left, base hit. And that'll bring the tying run to the plate. That ball was absolutely ripped. 111 off the bat. And I'm pretty sure it started to whistle after it left the bat.
I think I heard that too, Boog. And these are the moments we appreciate when we can look at StatCast and just see exactly what the data is. Always so much fun to see what numbers pop up.
It just shaved the zone. They'll keep both their challenges.
Four-seam fastball. High inside.
The tying run at the plate. That one is absolutely belted. That's got a chance. And it one-hops the wall. Here comes Trout flying around third. And now they trail by 1.
Big time at bat right there. Comes through, and they're back within a run. Now a huge at bat in this game coming up.
Adele swings through it for strike 1.
Blow inside.
He's falling behind in a huge spot, Drew. Got to do what it takes to come through. Maybe choke up on the bat a little bit, spread out those feet, whatever it takes.
So the tying run at second. And
Oh,
that's
that's
outside.
This is the guy they turn to get the most important outs of the ball game, but they're going to make him work to get this save.
So the call stands. So they'll lose their first challenge. just
Nope, that's the ball.
He's really tightening up his hitting zone with 2 strikes here. I love it.
Logan O'Hoppe on deck for the Angels. Got him swinging for the strikeout.
Oh, it can be so tough as a hitter to pull yourself out of an extended slump, one that lasts for several games, even a week or more. You know, right now, he's really in one, so I'm sure his mind is all over the place, racing, having a hard time sleeping, trying to figure out what can get him back on track, back to feeling more comfortable and
Ball,
settled in
that's
the
inside.
box.
O'Hoppe up to bat next, lays off for a ball. And
Ball,
that's
inside.
off the inside edge, and it's 2-0.
High inside.
Line and a base hit into right. And now the winning run is on base.
Well, that's a good hold by the third base coach. You don't want to run yourself out of the ball game. Less than 2 outs. You still got another couple of opportunities to get that tying run in.
Moncada in the box, lays off for ball 1. Pulled hard, but it's a foul ball.
Changeup.
The last thing he wants is to hit the ball on the ground, but I wouldn't expect many pitches up in the zone. They'll be pitching for a double play in this spot.
Changeup.
The Cards trying to close out a 1-run lead. And the home team trying to pull it out. Next
That's a
offering
ball.
is down low. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again.
Sweeper. Low inside.
Swings and misses, struck him out. Angels with only 1 out left.
Bogey just ran out of patience there. He took a couple of pitches to even that count up at 2 balls and 2 strikes, but that time chased outside the zone.
Here comes the manager out of the dugout, and
Number 59.
new arm out of the bullpen, JoJo Romero.
And I can't imagine any save is an easy one. You're holding a small lead on the scoreboard, and you know those hitters are going to give you the best at-bats they can. So it's always high stress. Let's see what he's got here to try and close it out.
Hard surrendered 1 earned run in this appearance.
Definitely a frustrating outing for him, Boog. I know they got the win, but it was in spite of how he performed out there. I know he wants to do a lot better than what we saw in this one.
Now pitching for the Cardinals, number 34.
So 2 outs with runners on the corners. This is J.J. Bleday. 1 for 3. Just missed.
Well, this is a critical spot for both the pitcher and the hitter. You can learn a lot about a guy by how he handles these pressure situations.
High fly ball, right field. Church settles under this one, and that's the 3rd out. And the Redbirds bullpen comes through. Home half of inning number 8 straight ahead. All set to start the 9th in this one. In now for the Reds, Matt McClain. Lifted in the air, left field, pretty well struck. Reaching for it, makes the catch.
Gotta love the over-the-shoulder catch. I tell you what, those are really fun to make.
Fly ball down the line. Church on his way over. Grabs it on the run. 2 down.
Maybe caught that one off the end just a little bit. Couldn't quite barrel it up enough to really drive it.
Stewart
Ball,
at the
that's
plate
down.
now. That's ball 1.
They hope he's the guy to spark a comeback. He tends to play better when his team is behind, so why not him?
Yeah, now 2 balls and a strike.
Well, so many hard-throwing relievers in the game these days, you would think that hitters have made the adjustment, but I don't know if you ever get used to it. Just pumping gas out of the bullpen. So hard to play catch-up.
1 strike away. Still 2-2 after the foul ball.
4-seam fastball. High inside.
Next offering upstairs.
Pressure mountain right here with the tying run in the on-deck circle. He's got to find the strike zone.
And that one is lifted in the air. Church gets under it. He's got it. Ball game. And the Cardinals even this series up at a game apiece. Hard delivered some scoreless relief for them.
Managers dream of having a reliever who pitched like he did in this one, Boog. Came out of the pen ready to go, and he really locked down this lineup to help secure that W.
Now pitching for the Cardinals, number 34,
We go to the 9th. Now it's the Reds DH, Sal Stewart. Swing and a high fly ball out there towards left field. 1 up, 1 down.
Good pitch. He just kind of had him out in front on that pitch away and wasn't able to stay close.
TJ Friedl, the next to hit for the Reds.
Ball.
4-seam fastball. High outside.
Just amazing to me how many closers and back-end relievers just throw absolute gas these days. I never would have had a chance.
Hammered down the right side, but foul.
4-seam fastball. High inside.
And now it's 1-2. Swing and a miss. The Reds now down to their final out.
Well, we saw a solid effort out of their starter, and the bullpen is following suit. It's just a good day as a manager or as a pitching coach when you can hand the ball off to multiple arms and get stability from all of their performances.
Nope, that's the ball.
Pitcher challenges. He thought it was a strike. And it's a called strike after the review. They'll keep both their challenges.
Sweeper. Milt.
2 down, nobody on.
That's out.
Changeup. Low middle.
They're down to their final strike.
Man, that was pretty close right there. That turns out to be a really good take right there, but you don't want to end this game with the bat on your shoulder.
Just missed.
He's just missing with some pitches that, I mean, they're not strikes, and that's what you think, oh, good pitch is a strike, but
this one in the air center field. He's got it. Ball game. And the Cardinals with the rubber match of this 3-game series. Hard didn't allow any runs and got the save.
Well, this guy came out of the bullpen and went right to work, Boog. You could see the focus and concentration while he was pitching. He did his part to help them get the W.
now pitching for the Cardinals, number 24,
Back here in St. Louis, we go to the 9th. Alex Bregman digs in now. That one's in there. That's strike one. And he'll challenge that called strike. Good eye at the plate. They'll overturn the call. Still 2 challenges left for them.
Four-seam fastball. High outside.
Sliced hard but foul.
Four-seam fastball.
Looking to get the tying run on base. And there's a ball. Pitcher thought that was a strike. He's going to challenge. And that one did find the strike zone. They'll keep both their challenges.
Four-seam fastball. High outside.
1-2 now. Fastball is outside.
Changeup. Low inside.
Not close with that one. Ball 3.
Four-seam fastball. Low outside.
And it's fouled off. They'll do it again.
He's mixing his pitches really well. Late on that fastball after seeing the changeup. See if he can elevate one. I think if he does, he'll get the swing and miss.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And a strikeout for the first out here in the ninth. Nico Horner will come up to hit. Corner infielders guarding the lines, trying to prevent extra bases. That one found hard the other way. One down, base is empty here in the ninth. In the air, right field, Baez under this one. And there's 2 away. So they're down to their final out. Next to hit, Matt Shaw.
Well, this guy, a player that, if he gets on base, has the ability to really be aggressive getting around the base paths.
Changeup.
The Cardinals trying to close out a 1-run lead here at the top of the ninth.
Ball.
Hard, 22 years old, and he was a 3rd-round pick back in 2025. On the ground, right side, and foul ball.
Four-seam fastball. High outside.
Hart is just 1 strike away. Left field. Fair ball. Two outs, runner at first. Carson Kelly, the next Cub to hit. Fastball for a strike. 0-1.
Well, in this situation, the hitter knows that he's got to find a pitch that he...
Runner on the go.
Ball.
There's a ball. And that's a stolen base, not even close. And the tying run is now in scoring position.
2 outs is a great time to try to steal second, especially when you have a guy with some wheels on first. Defense probably knew it was coming, but figured we better focus on trying to get this hitter out.
Foul ball still, a 1-2 count.
Four-seam fastball. High outside.
Got him swinging. It's a strikeout. And that ends the ball game. The tying run left stranded at second. Hard pitched the clean inning for the save.
Good work out of the bullpen in the win, Boog. Really handled his business against this lineup. You'll take that kind of performance just about every time.
here at New Yankee Stadium in the Bronx. Bottom 9. Spencer Jones stepping in now for the Yankees.
Now, Boone, this is a real tough place for visiting teams to come in and close out ball games for a win.
On the ground, right side. Burleson steps on the bag. 1 out, bottom of the 9th. And stepping in for the Yankees, Max Schumann. 1 for 4 with a double. That one a little bit high, and that's ball 1.
Four-seam fastball. Low outside.
Fastball is outside.
Changeup. Low middle.
The Redbirds trying to close out a 1-run lead. And the home team trying to pull it out. Now a screamer into the outfield. And that's got extra bases written all over it. And the tying runs at second base with a double.
Well, a big swing of the bat right there. And now a crucial opportunity to tie up this game with another base hit.
Here comes Aaron Judge. Hart ready to work, facing a hitter that's in the MVP conversation.
Yeah, Boog, the margin for error is razor thin. One mistake and he'll make you pay. It's that simple.
Sweeper. Inside.
Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. And now 2 aboard. The winning run is on base.
Well, that's a good hold by the third base coach. You don't want to run yourself out of the ball game. Less than 2 outs. You still got another couple of opportunities to get that tying run in.
And a challenge from the mound in a big spot. And it did miss the zone. The call stands. So they've only got 1 challenge left now. That's off the mark. 2 balls, no strikes.
Good spot for the hitter. Definitely has the advantage in this count with runners on. Look for him to be aggressive on this next pitch.
2 on, 1 out. Just missed.
Good miss with that changeup away. He needs a ball on the ground for a double play. Minimize the potential threat right here. On the hitter's side, nice job of laying off that pitch.
Four-seam fastball. High inside.
That ball is foul, and the pressure is building.
Four-seam fastball. Low outside.
He fouls it off. We'll do it again.
Four-seam fastball. Low middle.
Payoff pitch, and that'll load the bases.
Good patience to take that walk and keep the line moving, and it sets up a critical at-bat coming up with the bases loaded here.
Giancarlo Stanton to the plate now. Golden opportunity right here.
Oh, how he'd love to walk it off right here.
Sweeper.
Well, comfortable or not, these are the situations closers they seem to live for. When you get into some hot water, a jam, tough spot, whatever you want to call it, but this is where they earn their keep.
Crowd locked in right now. 1-run game here in the 9th. Swing and a miss. And it's 0-2.
So now it's all about protect mode. Try to shorten up, try to track the ball.
Into center. Scott on his way over. Brings it in. Runner tagging from third. In to score from third. And they've tied it in the bottom of the 9th. New arm on the mound for the Cardinals, Chris Roycroft.
And I can't imagine any save is an easy one. You're holding a small lead on the scoreboard, and you know those hitters are going to give you the best at-bats they can. So it's always high stress. Let's see what he's got here to try and close it out.
Hard gets the blown save after failing to maintain the lead. We head to the bottom of the 9th. And stepping in for the Yankees, Ryan McMahon.
Four-seam fastball. High inside.
Hard, looking to reach double-digit saves on the year. And he was a third-round pick back in 2025.
Sweeper. Middle inside.
One-run game, bottom 9. Swing and a miss.
Four-seam fastball. High inside.
That's a
Oh,
little
that's up
high.
there.
Ball 1.
Definitely got the hitter conscious of the pitch inside. Really think the outer half is open.
In the dirt, 2-2.
Changeup. Low outside.
Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball.
Four-seam fastball. Low outside.
Oh, great stop. And very nicely done for the out.
That's why you hug the lines on the corners late in the ball game like this. Positioned perfectly.
Caballero in the box now. No balls and a strike.
Low outside.
Just
that's
missed.
Four-seam fastball. High inside.
Flares it into the outfield. And a base hit. And the tying run is on base here in the bottom of the 9th.
Oh, that at-bat had a lot riding on it. Certainly a pivotal swing of the bat in this ball game. Nice line drive to the pull side right there, but he didn't spin off of it. That's the key. You still have to extend through the baseball in order to hit a line drive like that.
And next for New York, Spencer Jones.
If you're a base runner, you've got to stay dialed in here. Look for anything in the dirt. Try your best to get into scoring position.
Swings and misses. That's strike 1. Try to get him to chase on the changeup that time.
Way to lay off that pitch down.
On the ground. Oh, look at the stop. There's one. The double play ends it right here. Hard notches his 10th save of the season.
Well, he's definitely a reliable arm out of the pen for them, Boog. Shows how much the manager trusts him that he's got 10 saves this year.